I'm in the boat of I do not hate this game, and I understand why a lot of people would like it. I have no beef with it. I see what it is. And it is not bad. It is a good Path of Exile clone with some components of the other big major ARPGs. I really do not like, though, this melee combat system. Because the right-click stuff is very stupid. It just doesn't feel good. And while, yes, I know you can do the whole, just hit left click and then make it that, but then it's tagged to this. So no matter what, if you change that, it doesn't matter. So there's no reason to do it. Because even though it's just for a slight convenience, it doesn't change anything. Because then if you modify, it's basically just like doing a giant frickin' Excel sheet, where if you modify one cell because it has an equal of cell, no matter what you do, it's always going to change the cell input because you have the formula set up a certain way. It's the same idea. It's really stupid. Because it's not intuitive unless you... And once you kind of visualize that, it's not really a smart way to do things, especially if it's not something where you kind of need to have that on the fly. And that's just my opinion. It's not a bad idea, it's just clunky. Especially for if you're used to playing like Torchlight, Diablo, Fate, like the grocery list of ARPGs ever since Diablo 2 kind of did it, even though Diablo 2 has issues with hotkeying and shit like that. That's just rough. I still think that's a really clunky mechanic system. Like, it's not smooth at all. It's similar to playing Warcraft 3 and StarCraft trying to do hotkeys, compared to playing games like Command & Conquer, where it's like, it's a lot easier to play. Where the fuck are those hide boots? There they are. So far, the enemy variety is nice. Limited roster of characters is not really my forte, but then again, I understand what you're going for when you do that. Like, you want it tight. Kind of doing a Grim Dawn style of things to kind of, you know, have some variety in the playstyle was nice. So technically you actually have 15 playable characters with more diversity than Path of Exile's Ascensionary system, which is good, but if you don't already know what you're gonna plan your whole build around, it's kind of stupid. That's kind of my beef with Path of Exile. It's like, if you don't know going into it what you're gonna do, you kind of end up just wasting your effing time, and then it's not worth it. Because that's a very much you pretty much have to do the legwork before you can even play the game kind of game. It's really stupid, in my opinion. It's not a bad game. It's just stupid to do stuff that way. Let's see. What's the next? Tempest Strike, melee combo attack, Maelstrom, Upheaval. So I don't think I can do any of this stuff until at least level 5. Yeah, they gotta have it capped to something. I'm thinking level 5, that would make the most sense. 10 works with dual classing in Titan Quest and such, because this is one of those things where it's like, by that point you kind of get your primary character level up to a point where you get some really cool stuff, and then you... Well, it might be 10, actually. Or I'm just stupid and I don't know what I'm doing. That could be the case too. Or it could be get to 5 in the passive tree for the respective class, and then you're allowed to pick an optional. That could be the way they're doing it. Because you only get 1 point at a time, that would make sense. Slow, restricted progression. So far, not bad. Diablo killer, it is not. I will say that, though. Currently, I don't think anything's going to top Diablo 4 in terms of what's there. Like, are you going to do a free roam action RPG with random bullshit that you kind of do in a seasonal redundant setting with battle passes and aesthetics that people pay for? Are you going to do that? No? Then, yeah, you're not competing. You're just pretty much competing with Path of Exile, which is like, okay. So, that's not gonna, like, that's not a mainstream game. Let's be fair, that's not the mainstream. That's not gonna appeal to everybody. It's like, I can sit down and play Diablo 3, Diablo 4 for like 2 hours and hop off, no problem, no planning, no nothing. When I play Path of Exile, I feel like I have to sit down for 3 hours and really try to slog through it, because it's... I've never personally been like a huge uber fan of it, because it just reminds me way too much of Diablo 2, and I like Diablo 2, and if I want to play Diablo 2, I just go play Diablo 2. So, yeah. I have no beef with the game, it's just like, come on man, you're holding on to old shit that's old ass design. Acting like it's great and it's cool, but it's still clunky as shit. It was, back in the day that was cool, and nowadays it's just irritating. It's like everyone making boomer shooters, not really making them interesting, but just making Doom clones for the sake of making Doom clones, not realizing that it's like there's more that kind of goes into it than just making a maze with a bunch of enemies and saying go. It's like, nobody really makes Duke Nukem and Shadow Warrior clones. You know? A lot of people just make Doom clones. Or similar games. And it's just like, whatever. These do seem nice. They look really nice. Where are you, Mr. Wolf? There you are. Do some work. Voices don't mean shit when you do them for fun, like I do. Well, that was missed time. You can respawn at the point of your failure and continue on, or you can restart from the start. No different than anything else. It's fine. Nothing new. And it contains the progress. That's nice. That's always fun. Makes my life a hell of a lot easier. My inventory is full. Oh yes, I love micromanaging inventory like this.
No room.
Got someone on a foul.
Right.
Level 7. You two are in the right level, where you might be able to do something.